Hi all, this is Karthik from Design School by WP Algorithm, the place where I teach you how to design, build and customize your websites. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Let's get into today's video. In this video, I want to talk about the Neve theme from ThemeIsle.com. ThemeIsle have been in the business of making WordPress themes and plugins for quite a long time, and their theme, Neve Pro, actually it's a theme with an add-on called Neve Pro that will add additional functionality such as header builder, footer builder and all that. So this is a theme compatible with Elementor and it has a lot of things in store for Gutenberg as well. In this video, we'll go through what the theme has to offer and we'll see how it enhances your website building experience, who is it for and who can get it. Without wasting any further time, let's get into today's video. I'll walk you through the theme with the Pro add-on of Neve. So here's the Pro add-on installed and activated on my website. So I'll walk you through all the features that the theme together with the Pro add-on has to offer, and at the end of the video I'll show you the real difference between the Neve Pro add-on and just using Neve free theme. So it's divided into two things. The first one is a free theme and the enhanced functionality comes with the Pro add-on that you can get from ThemeIsle.com. I'll leave a link to everything in the description below. Make sure you check that out. So once you install and activate the theme, you can go to appearance and there'll be an option called Neve options. So you can click on that and it will take you to all the options that the theme has to offer. This is like a dashboard for your theme. So you can get few recommendations here. You can also click on useful plugins and it will recommend few plugins to try out. The most important of them all is the Autoblocks plugin, which lets you build entire websites just by using Gutenberg and this particular theme. Like I said in the Gutenberg tutorial, your Gutenberg depends on your theme heavily. So it's up to the theme to optimize that the Gutenberg works best and looks best on all devices. So this is a blocks plugin that will add templates and even sections for your Gutenberg interface. So click on install and activate. It will simply download the plugin and activate the Autoblocks plugin that lets you work with Gutenberg. I'll show you that in a bit. For now I'm just installing and activating it. Elementor is installed and activated by default and there are a couple of other plugins. And to start off, this theme is extremely lightweight. So the theme with all its default settings has over 28 KB footprint, and to put that in perspective, Astra, which is one of the fastest themes that is compatible with Elementor, is actually less than 50 KB. So that means to say that Astra has a footprint of 50 kilobytes, whereas Neve has a weight of 28 KB. So less resources is always good for optimizing the speed of your website. And also there's one more common thing between this theme and Astra. There is no jQuery in Astra. It's all written in JavaScript. jQuery is a JavaScript library that takes a bit of time, maybe a second or so to load. So that puts an additional load on your server, which in fact will affect your loading times. Same is the thing with the Neve theme. Even this theme is built with vanilla JavaScript. There's no jQuery in this theme. So Neve also comes with one-click installation of complete websites, and they're built for different page builders. So even if you're using Breezy or Beaver Builder, and there's a single website built for Gutenberg, we'll go with Elementor. And when you import a website optimized for Elementor, you can customize it completely with Elementor. So I'll just choose a website. It will also install additional plugins that are needed to make this a working demo or a functional demo. So we'll import the original one. We'll select Elementor and it will show you and it will give you an option to select the types of things that you want to import. I don't have WooCommerce currently installed on my test site. If you do, you can also install WooCommerce, and if you don't need WooCommerce, you can uncheck this box. It's as easy as that. I already have Elementor Page Builder, and I also deactivated Elementor Pro just to show you how this theme works without Elementor Pro. With Elementor Pro, it's quite easy to customize header, footer and build custom layouts. But I want to show you how this theme can handle that even without Elementor Pro. So I selected all the options. I'll click on import and it'll start importing. It'll install all the plugins. I already have most of the plugins required, and it keeps the plugins list to a minimum. I'm actually importing the original demo. So this will import all the content, pages and various customizer settings. So based on the font size and all that, we can customize that. So it's now imported. It's really quick. Now you can click on view website to see how your site looks like. I'm now currently viewing my website, and you can see the header, the search bar, and also the home page that it imported from the demo that we just selected. So it has all the great things shown in the demo. So pricing table and all. And what's better is that you can click on edit with Elementor and you can change any part of this demo. In fact, you can change every part of this demo. Remember, I do not have Elementor Pro active, just to show you how this theme would work even without Elementor Pro. We have already seen that with a lot of plugins, and Neve Pro has functionality that supports you to work with Elementor free version as well. So I'll click on edit with Elementor. So once we click on edit with Elementor, it loads up the Elementor interface, and you cannot customize header or footer or other theme elements from here. I'll show that in a bit. That can be done separately. But when you click on edit with Elementor, when you click on a page, you're essentially editing the page itself, but not the theme portions of the page, such as header and footer. So you can simply click on it and change anything you want. So something like that with the power of Elementor and drag and drop and all the widgets that this Elementor interface has. So if you have any third-party add-ons, you can use them here as well. And Neve comes with a couple of add-ons, such as this flip card. This is a part of Neve Pro functionality, so it would look something like this. So you can customize the front side, background, and also the back side of the card. Let's actually customize this a bit. So that would be reflected here. And when I click on update, something weird happens. It's actually throwing up a 403 error, and your theme has nothing to do with it. It's because of WordFence. When a custom code is added in Elementor interface, WordFence thinks that people are trying to inject code into your website, so it'll block that functionality. So what you can do is that you can disable WordFence temporarily, work on customizing your theme, and then come back and reactivate your WordFence plugin. So watch what happens when I click on update. It'll just show up a 403 error, and I won't be able to update this website. But with WordFence deactivated, you can work on it and it'll just work. And let's see another widget. This one is a cool widget that's actually found on tech review websites across internet. So when you drag in a review box widget, it would look something like this. So it would have all the pros, all the cons, ratings for each, and you can customize basically each and every part of this particular widget. It looks really neat. So you can also import or add an image to the review box. This is something similar to what CNET and other tech review websites usually use, just to highlight all the great things about a product or a service that you're trying to review. So you can pick any image. I'll pick this one, click on insert, and it'll be just added to the widget just like that. So the free version of Elementor doesn't have social share buttons. So Neve Pro even provides you with the share buttons. So you can simply drag in share buttons into any interface, add any of your social networking icons. You can pick from a lot of them. You can pick the ones that you want, and this can be added to any page, post, or any custom post type. So Neve Pro essentially adds these 4 add-ons, and it can be found under Elementor interface. So the widgets provided by Orbit Fox in Elementor are different from the Neve Pro add-on. So you can turn these off if you don't want them. So they'll have a pricing table, contact form, registration form, but the newsletter form is kind of limited, and they have integration with MailChimp and Sendinblue, whereas the Elementor Pro Forms widget has integration with most of them. So Elementor Forms widget is a more robust solution than the one that comes with the Orbit Fox, but anyway, it's up to you. If you're using just MailChimp, you can simply use this. You can also enable the template directory module. You can also show them or show your users a cookie policy. So you can activate this and customize all the settings within the policy. So this would add a top or bottom bar that would give a cookie notice policy. So that's really neat. You can also update this Orbit Fox just by turning this toggle on. So the cookie policy bar would look something like this. It will give your users, the ones that visit your website, a notice at the top of your, and you can also link this to any of your pages. So you can create a page for your cookie policy and you can link this to that page. So user can either accept it, view policy, or just simply dismiss this by clicking on the X button. So that's what this Orbit box would allow you to do. So this has a lot of options in the customizer area. So you can start with the layout. You can change the size of the container. You can either change it to full width or contained. You can also change it separately for the block and single post types, and you can also enable sidebar. This is actually not being displayed because this page is built with Elementor and page builders work independent of your theme, so you don't see much of the changes that you do here. So it also comes with a back to top button, so that would look something like this. When you click on it, it takes you back to the top of the page. So scroll to top is activated. You can either choose it to position it on the right or to the left. You can also disable it on your mobile if you don't wish to have back to top on your mobile, because mobile screens are easily navigatable. You don't need a special module to help your users. You can also customize the header. So once you click on the header, there are a lot of available components. Currently it shows that my header has logo. This one, I didn't upload the logo to my new theme yet, so if I did, it would have appeared here. And then I also have primary menu, so I can click on this, can disable things that I don't want in the menu. So if I don't want search bar in this menu, I can simply disable it by toggling this on or off. So under logo and site identity, let me upload a logo. I'll choose this, click on select, keep cropping. That would update my preview here as well. So here's my logo. Here's a really cool feature about the header builder in the customizer area. You can build your header separately for desktop and mobile and tablet devices. So when I clicked on desktop, I'm effectively building the desktop header. So there are empty areas. So here's my main header portion. Of course, I can customize this again. Can adjust the width. So let me tweak the width a bit. And there are two areas above which you can drag and drop these particular available widgets. You can also build header in a visual way. I'll show that in a bit by using Elementor without the need for Elementor Pro, but you would simply drag in the one that you want here. I'll just drag in a search form right under the header, but I do not see the header here because the preview that it's being shown here is a mobile preview, because I cropped my window to fit the tutorial screen. So when you go to your actual website, the search form would look something like this. So the search form added here will look something like this. You can tweak this, you can click on the settings cog of each widget that you add, and you can tweak them separately, or you can tweak the header bottom itself. So you can make it stick to the top. You can also show it on scroll, have all those neat little tricks. You can also add modules above the header. So let's add one module. Let's click on this. Let's link it. Let's change the layout and let's publish it. And let's refresh our home page and see how the button would look like at the top portion of our header. You can also enable the transparent header. You can add all the things, and all the things that you add to your header will be highlighted here, and all the things that aren't added and the available modules will be grayed out just like this. And when you click on mobile, so this is how your header would appear. So when you click on this hamburger icon, the menu slides in from the left. So that's the default behavior, and you can add other items to the sidebar on mobile and tablet devices. So you can simply drag in a button here. So when you click on this menu, this primary menu, and on that you would also see a button. So when you click on it, so this is how it would appear. So you can customize it based on your needs, but there's a better way of doing it. Similarly with the footer, you can click on the footer and you can build all the things that you need. So when you drag in footer 1, you can add a widget to it, all the available widgets. This would use the WordPress widgets but not the Elementor widgets. So that's something to note. You can go to page header. Again, you can customize it the way you want. So page header is essentially the hero section. So you can customize it the way you want. You can add anything on the top and anything on the bottom. Here you can select all the colors for your background. You can also select an image for your background, but you can obviously do all those things with Elementor. So you mostly won't be using this. Typography, this is really important. All the premium themes now support global settings or global defaults. Well, people have been asking Elementor to do this for quite some time. So here you can set the default font family for your entire website, default font weight, and all the settings that you want. You can also select font subsets, and under headings, even this is really important. You can set different headings for your H1, H2, H3, and this helps you maintain the vertical rhythm of your website. We'll discuss typographic scales and all this in later videos, but these are the things that people have been asking Elementor to implement, and you can comfortably do that with theme just by adjusting these, and you have couple more options, and at the end you have an option to add additional CSS. You can also tweak the structure of your blog and archive page by using the settings, and this is actually a part of Neve Pro add-on. You can also choose a grid layout for all your posts, so you can choose 2 columns, and the pagination you can actually choose a number that would look something like this, and you can also choose infinite scroll, so you can keep the users stick to your website. So when he scrolls to the bottom of the page, it loads the rest of your posts, similar to what it's doing here. So that's really neat, and you can also enable or disable the elements on your page that you want, that you don't want. You can, for instance, you can disable title and meta. You can disable author. So if I click on this, the author name will be hidden from the posts that are available. You can also show author avatar, and you can customize pretty much it. And the same thing goes for the single post. You can also click and drag them in any way that you want for some reason. So if you want the thumbnail above, you can do this. If you want to put tags above title and meta, you can put tags above that. So the question here is, how do you customize or how do you build the header, footer the way you want using Elementor Page Builder? Now that you don't have Elementor Pro, do you really require Elementor Pro to build your header and footer? And by using Neve Pro, the answer is no. It has a workaround for that. So under appearance, you have something called custom layouts. Click on that, and here you can add a custom code that's basically HTML CSS code that will build your header, or you can do it using Elementor. So I'll say I'll hit publish, and here under layout there is an option that you can click to select where this particular design should appear. So you can select it to be your header, to be your footer. Hooks, they basically go anywhere within your theme area. So wherever your theme allows them to, you can put this hooks. So you can design a template for your hook and simply click on choose this, and this particular template would appear there. Let's focus on building. So I'll just select header, but first build it. I'll click on edit with Elementor. So it opens up the Elementor interface where we can customize or pretty much build any kind of header that we want, rather than the standard options that come with the customizer area of Neve Pro theme. So with all the available options and all the widgets that are available for Elementor, you can build your own header. So you can basically build any Elementor template, you can update it, and once it's updated, under custom layouts, you can make it as your header that will override your theme header. So currently our theme header is the one that we designed in the customizer area. You can simply click on this. If you click on edit with Elementor, it will take you to the Elementor interface where you can customize the template itself, but you need to click on edit, and under layout you should select header and click on update. Now this particular template will become your header. So watch what happens when I update my home page. So my old header is gone, and now this becomes my new header, below which we have our page. So whichever template you design, it can be made your header, your footer. You can also add conditional logic. So you can maybe define or assign header to a particular post type, or you can design separate header for archive type or for user status, or you can show a different header based on the user logged in. So this is really neat, and that's how you can build custom headers and it's really powerful, and it doesn't require you to have Elementor Pro. If you have Elementor Pro, you could do that natively with Elementor Pro, but this theme has all this awesome stuff with the Neve Pro add-on. And not just that, when you add a new post, and not just that, when you add a new page or post in Gutenberg, you can also have a lot of blocks. Since you've added order blocks, you can search for order here, and you can have sections and columns. So once you add a section, you can pick the layout of your section within which you can add any Gutenberg element. This is really neat, and you can add custom CSS directly here. So that's really neat too. You can also add animations from here. You can also pick from template library of blocks and templates. Well, the templates are not yet available, but they're coming soon. To have the template library enabled, you need to click on this module in OrbitFox add-on. So you can click on templates, and they'll have whole pages that you can simply one click to import. For now, they have blocks. You can simply click on insert, and that would insert that particular template into the Gutenberg interface, and you can simply change it by clicking on it and editing it just like that. So it's really powerful. On the right hand side, you have different settings to choose from. So for this, you can give different attributes. You can also choose the container settings, sidebar settings for each post that will override the global or the customizer area. You can also disable header, title, and all that stuff. So basically you can tweak this post without going back to the customizer area. So this is a post I just published. So this is the preview on the Gutenberg area. So it's really neat, and they have couple more widgets that you can add. So you can click on this, search for author, and they have advanced heading, font awesome icons. You can pick the icon by clicking on this and can change it to anything you want. Increase the icon size just like that. You can also change the color, and they have custom CSS color and all the settings that were actually missing in the original Gutenberg blocks. So it will add all these settings to all the blocks in the author interface. So that's really neat, and it's an amazing way to build websites or content based websites based on just Gutenberg. And they have compatibility with Elementor just in case you want to customize this further with Elementor. So that's a quick overview of Neve Pro. Now coming to the point, what exactly is included in Neve Pro? So I just disable Neve Pro, and I can show you that. I'll just click on deactivate it. I'll skip and deactivate it for now, just to show you what's actually bundled into the Neve Pro add-on and what's actually coming with the free theme. So now I can go to appearance. I can go to Neve options. I'll close all these for now. I can click on this free versus pro, and you can see all the things that are available within Neve and things that are available only to the Neve Pro customers. So header footer builder within the customizer area that I just showed you, it's available in both, but you will be missing all these custom layouts, the ones that allow you to basically build any websites or any website header with the help of Elementor. They'll add a couple of add-ons to your Elementor, and for WooCommerce they do have a couple of add-ons, and you can also have white labeling. You'll also not have scroll to top in the free version. So basically you can check this out, and it's also available within their website. So that's Neve theme by ThemeIsle.com. I think it's a good theme, lightweight theme. And the real question that people would ask me after this is, what is this theme for and who is this theme for? Well, this theme is for someone who's trying to build the fastest possible websites without adding bloat in a lightweight package, and people who want to have excellent compatibility with Elementor. And who is it for? Well, this is mostly for freelancers, authors, and people who are more focused on writing the content part rather than the design part. And of course, if you want to tweak the designs, you do have compatibility with Elementor, but just to make your life a whole lot easier for freelancers and authors and people who write a lot of content on their website, who want their websites to load blazing fast. So this is for you. So Neve is an excellent theme. You can also go with the free version if you think you don't need the pro version. I'll leave a link to the pro add-on, like I said, in the description. That's a quick overview of Neve by ThemeIsle, and we'll be discussing more about things in later videos. That's it for now. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys found what Neve is all about. I'll talk to you in the next video. Peace.